Hey girls, buckle up because Amberlynn Reid went live and dropped what might be the biggest update of her entire YouTube career. She's been fully demonetized, and according to her, YouTube is not letting her back in. Before we dive in, I just want to shout out Apathetic faxX because their recent video on this whole situation is wonderful. Has all of the highlights, it's very well done, and honestly is a great companion piece to everything we're about to talk about. If you want a deeper dive into this video, definitely give it a watch. It will be linked in the description down below. All right, let's get into it. Right from the start, Amber reveals that YouTube denied her appeal completely. They're not reinstating her. YouTube pointed to mass reportings of her older videos, the mukbangs, the ED content, the mentions of self-harm, basically the era of her channel that existed before YouTube tightened its policies. And whether you're an Am baby or not, she's not wrong about one thing. Things that were allowed on YouTube 10 years ago would never get monetized today. The policy landscape has changed drastically. Emotionally, Amber is clearly struggling. She describes herself as lost, confused, and frustrated, and she repeatedly says that she doesn't know what comes next. She even says she may have to go be a normal person now, which is both sad and extremely telling about how she's defined herself through YouTube for over a decade. Then comes one of the more shocking admissions. Despite earning significant money for 13 years, she openly says she's been horrific with money, to the point where she needs her grandma and mom to help pay for Twinkie's surgery, something she had never mentioned to us until she needed money. It's one of those moments when even longtime viewers had to pause and say, girl. Trying to salvage her income, Amber announces she's made her Cameo 40% off and is now taking donations. Again, extremely on brand for her version of crisis response. She also voices that she feels this is all unfair. She says she's being punished for content that was allowed at the time, and she blames reaction channels for creating a hostile environment that encourages mass reporting. Whether you agree with her or not, that's her narrative, and it's important context for where her head is right now. And of course, we get the classic Amber outro, the new chapter, new journey, this might be good for me arc. She tries to frame this as a chance to do something different, find herself, explore life outside the platform. It's a familiar cycle, but this time the financial pressure is real. But before we get any further, let me just say this, because I have said this in a previous video and I still believe it. We have absolutely not seen the last of Amber online. This is someone who has spent 13 years living on the internet. The attention, the validation, the audience, that has been her entire identity. That doesn't disappear because the AdSense check does. I fully expect her to pivot harder into Instagram and TikTok. Maybe even increase her posting, because those platforms now become her emotional and financial lifelines. And yes, I think the grifting, the discounts, the donation links, the frantic pivots, all of this is going to continue. She's never hidden the fact that she depends on this income, and she's clearly terrified of losing it. But here's the thing. This might actually force some change. Not because she wants to transform, but because she might not have the option not to. Without thousands of dollars a month to spend on takeout, without the comfort of easy money, something in her daily reality has to shift. And maybe this financial cutoff ends up being the one thing that pushes her towards a different lifestyle simply because she can't maintain the old one. Again, not out of inspiration, out of necessity. All right, with that all being said, let's see how the rest of the community is reacting. So we're going to start with this set. We're all laughing at you like you laughed it back. People agreeing, a very deserved reality check. And of course we have an Am baby here. Don't fucking say we're all, because it's only you people, haters. Don't bring anybody else in. And you're sadly mistaken, but that's okay. Girl, you could have paid off a house and a car by now. I love this one. In the scale voice, goodbye. Her YouTube career explored too hard. Aww. Imagine being smug for years, mocking your audience, cashing the checks, acting above it all, and the second YouTube demonetizes you, you show up crying, begging for sympathy like you didn't treat everyone like trash. Actions have consequences, sweetheart. Ooh, I liked that one. Had some zest. Now you can play choosy with which fast food restaurant you're going to apply to. Take it from somebody who has worked fast food in the past. Amber cannot keep the pace that a manager would need her to. Oh boy, fast food is absolutely out of the question for Amber. She cannot move in the way you need to move to do this job. How do you have no savings after 10 plus years on here? That, like millions of dollars just spent on junk and food. She's now free like a bird, maybe a pigeon. Iconic. What happened to the amazing savings she bragged about before taking September off? Yeah, what happened to that? If YouTube falls through, I would apply to jobs. I'd flip burgers if I had to. Amberlynn Reid. Again, she would not last in a fast food job. You wouldn't have to sell things if you didn't spend $3,000 a week on takeout, BB girl. I agree. Hey, Amber, did you ever think that lying constantly and trolling your audience might not be a good business plan? Imagine that. Welcome to the wonderful world of making $16 an hour, Amberlynn. She's gonna hate it. Now you know how Beck felt. That. With regard to your speeding analogy, YouTube changed the speed limit and warned you they changed the speed limit. And then you kept speeding, girl. LOL. Yeah, it makes me think about Foodie Beauty and wonder what is going to happen to her channel. Because she is also continuing to post things that are very much against the policy. It'd be interesting if both girls were to be demonetized. I thought you had a job, Amber. Surely you weren't lying about working at the typing factory, right? Amber? Lie? Never. It blows my mind that she has absolutely no savings after making 6 figures for how many years? Not even for her damn pets. Insane. No sympathy. Look who will be living in Mummy's basement now. For someone that loves their job, you sure didn't show it. You put 0 effort into it. You did absolutely nothing. I agree with this person. Terms of service updated in 2023. You chose to ignore it. Not our fault, love. Yeah, that. 100% that. People have been warning Amber and Foodie about the terms of service. DoorDash will go bankrupt without you ordering 3 to 4 times daily. Maybe her DoorDash guy is gonna, call her up and make sure she's okay. All right, girls, I think you got the gist of it. The comment section is a whole ecosystem of its own, and honestly, I could sit here all day scrolling through it with you. But we'll wrap it up here before we all fall into the comment abyss together. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I would love for our little corner of Girl World to just keep growing. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!